How's it going, everybody? My name is Gene Villanos, and today is another news segment for the PPC Cave. It's just me today. Ryan will be joining us next time. But today, for reference, is September 14th, and we have three different points that we're going to go over. And we're going to discuss a little bit of news in the Google Ads, Google ecosystem, and how that applies to not only you as a Google Ads advertiser, but perhaps your clients or just a general temperature of what's going on in Google Ads in September 2024. So first and foremost, I want to go through and discuss my first point, and that is P-Max introduces automatic video resizing. Excuse me. So as we know, P-Max has been getting a lot of upgrades, different bells and whistles as of late, some in regards to switching the opaqueness or just the transparency of data of where your segments or platforms or clicks are being appropriated within the P-Max campaign. So that's always good, because when it first released, we were very worried that P-Max would continue on as just the black box of Google, where you just turn it on and nothing happens in regards to the information or transparency that Performance Max would provide, because we want to, as Google Ads PPC managers, we want to be able to go in and optimize it. So now they're moving from showing us a little bit more information and transparency into providing easier access of, like we talked about earlier, you could use Gemini, or like we talked about in our last segment, you could use Gemini to create video assets or general assets of your headlines, descriptions, long headlines. So this is continuing on with gearing towards understanding who Google wants to cater their products and the user experience and the interface towards. And that's just not people who have been working on Google Ads for the last 5, 10, 15, 20 years, but also the business owner that may be wearing multiple hats. They want to Google, they want to make it easier for those people so that they could just turn on a PMax campaign, have Gemini working as the AI component to generate headlines, descriptions, assets, whatever it may be. And this first point of introducing automatic video resizing, excuse me, is alongside that same brand, that same tactic that Google Ads wants to do. So what they're doing is making sure that they have automatic video resizing for all the asset videos that you upload through YouTube on Performance Max. So just making sure that you upload landscape, square, vertical, like at a 16:9 aspect ratio, then the one-on-one, the square aspect ratio, then the vertical, so that you're visible on mobile also with a 9:16 aspect ratio. Now Google Ads is showing a way to just do that automatically and automatically resize the video. In my opinion, this is good, but it's also really important to make sure there are dedicated videos that fit that 16:9 landscape, desktop aspect ratio, the square 1:1 aspect ratio, and also the vertical 9:16 aspect ratio. Because as we've known in the past, just because Google Ads says they can do it, that does not necessarily mean that it's going to be optimized for viewership or whoever is clicking the ad or viewing the ad on YouTube or Shorts, wherever it may be. As we remember, you could have Performance Max or Google Ads create your own video, then it's going to look like it's some type of PowerPoint with just the images that you have uploaded on Performance Max, with maybe a headline that you've uploaded also, which that, in my opinion, looks very unprofessional. And so it's important for us to know, even though Performance Max is introducing this, it's important for us to still dedicate a landscape ratio video for desktop, square aspect ratio, vertical aspect ratio for mobile. So hitting all those three different ratios is important because, as we've seen in the past, Google Ads and Google in general, they're providing hints that perhaps if you are going up against another competitor that is using Performance Max within your industry or niche, and one competitor advertiser has, one photo, one video, that's it, and the other one has maxed that out at 20 videos or 20 photos and perhaps 5 YouTube videos, then there's not per se that person with more assets are going to show above you or in a preferable or a preferred place in front of that advertiser that has less assets. But it's implied because of reach, because of different platforms that that person that has more assets like videos and photos, they could reach more compared to the one that just has only one video on Performance Max and only one photo. So it's almost implied that the more assets, in this case videos and also images that you have, perhaps you would show up a little higher or more frequently than a competitor that does not have those assets. So it's really important, if we're going to use Performance Max, to make sure the differentiating component is the assets of videos and images. So max that out and understand that despite Performance Max automatically resizing the video, it could be totally cropped. You might just see the mouth, if it's a 1:1 square aspect ratio, or just the eye, or just not centered video if we don't upload accordingly to landscape, square, and vertical. So that's our first point. Second point, as we still talk about deprecating cookies and privacy. And again, I want to shout out whoever corrected us in the past. We were saying depreciating, now it's deprecating. So there is a new program or feature being rolled out, and it's called confidential matching. And this is from Google Ads themselves. They're saying this new feature is using trusted execution environments, or TEEs. That's the acronym, TEEs, to securely connect first-party data for ads and measurement to enhance privacy and security. And this confidential computing, what it essentially is going to do is provide security by default. So it'll provide data transparency and with no access by third parties, including Google. So it's encased or enclosed information. So it'll be by default secured information. There's no additional cost. It's an open source TE architect feature, and it's going to be used in a broader sense beyond what they're describing now. And it's supported by this lab called IAB Tech Lab, and they're really emphasizing the collaboration of the whole privacy enhancing technology. And this is like an emerging sector from what we've seen in the last 5 to 10 years with what Zuckerberg has had gone through with the iOS and just privacy in general for advertisers in PPC, because it is a growing topic that we've discussed. And even consent mode in the EU, a lot of this is going to be in the news, and it's not going to end anytime soon. So it's just part of Google's commitment to privacy. And how does this impact advertisers? Businesses that want to securely use their first-party data for digital ad campaigns or audience targeting. Confidential matching is basically going to help the customer data. The process of the customer data, being utilized for advertisers, but still in the meanwhile achieving privacy standards for the customers that are checking out or that are opting in or providing you information through the website that you're using or that you're managing. So for Google Ads managers, professionals always want to make sure that we're not crippled with the type of data that we're targeting. We want to understand the segments and the type of demographics that we target. And how do we understand that? This is kind of bridging the gap and saying, we can benefit as Google Ads managers by still having that first party data, but securely not compromising the customer's privacy. And confidential matching is going to ensure the data security for campaigns, targeting, and measurement, and all the tools that we use, while you're getting the best of both worlds, basically, where there's that mediator. And I guess confidential computing or confidential matching is going to help usher us into that stage of where there shouldn't be any issues anymore with privacy. We're not getting too much information, and it's more opaque as opposed to the transparent information that was flowing in for advertisers and PPC managers that we've reaped the benefit of in the last 5 to 10, 15 years. So the end consumers, their data, their first party data are going to be protected by confidential matching. Ensuring that their personal information is just handled securely. It's secured. Their information, the first party information, is going to be secured and secure through the advertising process, and in this case, Google Ads. So that's overall a good thing with the second point of confidential matching. The third point that we have, and this isn't going to be a super long episode, I just want to provide 3 quick points that's happening, like I said, in the Google Ads, PPC, Google privacy ecosystem, and just continue on with how that kind of impacts us as PPC managers of Google Ads, how that impacts our clients, or just even us as people that are engaging in commerce online, that is checking out online, that is using these websites to provide our information, like how we're going to be secured also. And it's just really it's just a lot of the same, but it's just important for us, like I've always said, if you're a PPC manager, you have to be up to date with these things. You have to continue on and learn and continue to expand your growth and your vocabulary as you learn other words and concepts. Even though I might not be absolutely perfect, I'm reporting exactly what I see from Google and trusted news sources. So the third point, going back to it, is Enhanced CPC will be deprecated by March 2025. And this news came out first week of September. So it came through an email, and shout out to Adrian Decker. I follow him on LinkedIn. I'm not really sure he knows who I am, but a lot of this stuff, is being discovered by him. So I want to shout him out. He is, if you're in the Google Ads PPC space, he's one of the best when it comes to scripts and just providing value that's free to people on LinkedIn within the same sphere of PPC management and Google Ads in general. So it was an email that was sent out, and basically the Google is just notifying advertisers through email that they are retiring Enhanced CPC, leaving only 2 options for advertisers, which is manual CPC or smart bidding in regards to ROAS with conversion value, CPA with max conversions. So along those lines, or I think max clicks is still going to be in there. So basically manual CPC is the only option. No more enhanced CPC, none of that. That is going away March 2025. They say that the changes are going to impact the 2 campaigns, search campaigns and display campaigns. And what Google's really trying to do is prioritize automated bidding strategies, which I've talked about earlier. It's going to take less analytical processes of manual going through search terms and combing through them and then adjusting bids, even though manual CPC will still be available. But I can kind of foresee what's going on. A lot of people say, they've mentioned so many times that they're going to get rid of manual CPC. But until that happens, I think manual CPC is going to be around for the long term. So just for now, it's going to be enhanced CPC. That's going to be gone. and the timeline is transitioning around October 2024, and when Enhanced CPC will begin to disappear from bidding options. So be on the lookout. Don't freak out if you see Enhanced CPC gone. You still have manual CPC. So just I'm letting y'all know, if you do have a campaign that has Enhanced CPC, understand that that's going to be phased out here shortly. But anyone that has existing Enhanced CPC will be able to use it until March 2025. And after March 2025, or starting March 2025, any existing search and display campaigns will be migrated to manual CPC bidding. So you will go from Enhanced CPC to manual CPC bidding March 2025 if your campaigns are still using that. But yeah, manual CPC is still going to remain for anyone that's looking to have control and transparency with what search terms they're bidding on. But it's coming. Winter is coming in regards to the smart bidding options being more of the prevalent, as opposed to only having a couple, or only at this point one manual CPC bidding strategy where you could really have that control. So you're definitely going to see more of max clicks, max conversions, conversion value, or any automated approach, as opposed to manual. And so yeah, RIP Enhanced CPC going to be gone by March 2025. So yeah, that's basically the 3 points. I'll go ahead and go into the description and I always do tags of timestamps where I talk about it, so it could easily be more digested, and I'll link that in the descriptions of our YouTube and our Spotify. And again, every Monday you can hear us or watch us on YouTube, on Spotify and Spotify Video, and Apple Podcasts. And if you like our content, please, I know we've gotten a lot of subscribers, but we need more engagement. We definitely need more engagement. I want to see more questions, more comments. If we gone from under 100 subscribers and we're close to 350, I want to see more engagement. I want to see more engagement for y'all. I want to hear from y'all. Comment, and like this video, share this video. And if you have any questions, theppccave@gmail.com. We're always there. We're monitoring the inbox. So yeah, I would love to see more engagement, and we'll be able to provide you more value. And we do this for free over and over again every Monday. Subscribe to us, like our videos, our shorts. And if there's nothing else, we'll talk to y'all next time. Bye for now.